My name is Chris Katsavalis, Director of Melbourne Manufacturing Jewellers here in Templestowe. In jewellery manufacturing, you need passion because it is a creative enterprise. Without the passion, you don't have the drive to excel. It can be very stressful at times because your creativity is sometimes being judged. But that's the thrill of it, and that's the excitement of it. The majority of the time, it's a very, very pleasant feeling because the customer is a lot of the times getting something a lot more than what they bargained for. I've been lucky enough to have the input of the individual retail client to inspire the design. Then I've had the advantage of being able to have the relationship with the retailers who are selling the volume. To be able to mould the two together is something that we have specialised in for quite a long time. Striking up a good relationship with your customer is the first step of any transaction. Once you have a good relationship with your customer, then you can understand what's motivating that person. When you've understood what's motivating that person, then you can service that person better. Once you've established that relationship with your customers, then you start to get the sisters and the aunties and the uncles and the boyfriends, and then everybody comes in, and you become a part of the family because you're servicing something which is very, very important, and it's symbolic. And every time somebody gives somebody a piece of jewellery, it's a very important moment, and we're very grateful to be a part of that. Those values that made service and skill the priority of every service provider, whether it be a shoemaker or whether it be a painter or whether it be a jeweller. They were a highly skilled individual or a group of individuals, as is in our case, and they wanted to serve the customer. I've managed to put together here at Melbourne Manufacturing Jewellers a very talented pool of staff. Everybody has their specialty. Everybody has their niche that they're comfortable doing. So I try and capitalise on that by being able to use them for that specific task. We'll have one guy who loves working in platinum, and he loves polishing platinum. Polishing platinum is a very long technical process. And it's something that he loves doing. So when the time does come to work with platinum, I know that young Tony is going to take that, and he's going to do the absolute best job possible. Then we have Vishal, on the other hand, who's wonderful at being able to turn around repairs very, very quickly. So a lot of the times we'll have somebody that needs something fixed and they need it done quickly. Maybe because we're geographically placed out in the suburbs and they're coming from a long way away, we need to do it quickly so they can get back in their car and head off back home. Vishal's the man to do it. And then we have Yong. Yong is a master craftsman of many, many years. He's been with me for a very, very long time. Very, very strong part of our team, and him and I often sit down and spend hours discussing how we're going to go about making a piece, because a lot of the items that we do make are a partnership between someone like Yong and myself. We've got a bangle that was bought overseas, a jade bangle, which was far too big for the recipient. She wouldn't be comfortable wearing it, so we had to resize it. So we cut it into 4 equal pieces, and obviously added the gold trims to it to make it a lot more pretty and a lot more practical. Now she can wear it as a hinged bangle. So we made all these little catches to it, and now she can comfortably put it on her hand, and that's a very practical piece now. Some of the finer detail jobs that we do is the platinum ring that's been manufactured here. We've got a very fine claw setting and some very fine long tapered baguette diamonds. A very elegant piece, and it's on a very small slender hand, so we have to be careful about how high we make the setting. The attention that we pay to the detail is the difference between an average job and a brilliant job. One customer had a lot of old gold that was made up of broken pieces, pieces that she didn't like anymore, gifts that she didn't really didn't suit her wardrobe, so we pulled it all down and we cleaned it all and we melted it, and we melted it into a nice big solid bar of gold, and she got a very heavy bangle out of it. We will take the gold into a melting pot, and we'll use an oxygen and natural gas under pressure to melt the gold at a temperature of around about 750 degrees. The gold will become molten. We'll use a boracic acid powder to help clean the gold and to get rid of all the impurities in the gold, and then we'll pour that into an ingot. The solid ingot bar is then allowed to cool. Then we start the rolling process. We will then anneal it at various processes throughout the rolling procedure in order to keep it nice and soft and supple. Therefore, the gold won't crack. It'll stay nice and soft and workable. We'll then turn the bangle up into the rough bangle size that we need, and we'll beat that into shape, which is always a lot of fun. And we'll use that as the pro form to actually make their bangle. It was a celebratory piece where she was celebrating all of her siblings, and she had us put all the relative coloured gemstones in it. So we used the gold to make the bangle. We also used the gold to make all the individual little bezels to hold all the gemstones in. I'm glad you brought it to me to bring it to fruition.
Love it. Take it where else you wear that.
That's what it's all about. That makes your heart just go boom. I think the value of a skill like jewellery making is very important, and we absolutely love making jewellery.